This SHOT Show coverage is sponsored by Ace Virtual Shooting, Philster Holsters, Night Vision Inc., and PTS. Links will be in the description. What is up, YouTube? My name is David Lee, and you're watching Asian with Head. And I got Michael Branson from Gideon Optics. How you doing today?
Hey man, good to see you, Dave.
Good to see you as always.
Yeah.
All right, so what is Gideon Optics?
So Gideon Optics started out, we're kind of in startup mode. Last year we were all pistol dots. So we got some pistol dots here we can talk about, and then we have some new news for SHOT Show 2024 that we can get into.
Awesome. Love to hear some new news.
Yeah, so you have the Mediator in your hands there. Might as well hold that one up. This is our current sort of Halo product flagship for the Aimpoint Acro footprint, enclosed emitter. That one has a selectable reticle. Right now they're all in red. We're expecting green ones to come soon, and that's $250 basically for a enclosed emitter, super tough 16 millimeter window. That's our Mediator. This is our best seller as far as an open emitter optic. This is the Omega, and this particular one is not mounted on a gun, and it's sitting on the table because it's one of our new batch. And I wanted to talk about this because we were talking about brightness, right? And we always want the brightest setting to be nuclear bright as it can possibly be. And when our first batch of Omegas came in and our first batch of optics, I was like, okay, this is a good start. We're happy with these. We're going to sell these. I want them brighter. I want it to be as bright as I can possibly get it. And we sold out of Omegas at Black Friday. We kind of blew them out the door, and we were out of stock for a while. Now the new batch is in, and they have a new emitter in them, and it's a brighter emitter, and they're much, much brighter than before.
Wow.
So if these new bright, super bright Omegas pan out for us, price is the same, $230. If these work out the way they're supposed to, then I'm going to propagate this bright emitter to other products. We need to test these out and make sure that they do what they're supposed to do, which our internal testing says yes, but there's nothing like having a few thousand of them out there in the real world, right?
Right.
So once a couple months goes by and we're like satisfied that this is the way it's supposed to be, then I'm hoping we can get other models to be as bright as this is. If you're looking for a super bright dot, especially in green, that's affordable in the $200-ish price range, Gideon Omega, try it out, check it out. I'm really happy with how these turned out.
Absolutely. What do you got on these two optics over here?
So this guy is just one of our regular alphas, right? Also a product we had last year. There's nothing special about this guy except he has a selectable reticle. Kind of like the reticle that we have in the Mediator. Now it proved itself in the Mediator. We're happy with that. Let's migrate it to an open emitter, see if we can pull it off kind of at the same price point without having to jack our price up. So we have 3 reticles that we can select: a dot, a circle dot, just the circle without the dot, et cetera, et cetera. So this is one of our prototypes for that technology. So we brought it to the show to show people that we're working on the next thing. And then this thing doesn't even have a name yet. This is our big, like 38 millimeter window.
And it's bigger than this SRO looking one, right?
Yeah. Let's see if we can line that sucker up there. But you can see the difference in window there between the Omega and the unknown optic with no name. We're trying to see how big we can make a competition window while still making it tough. You still need a good amount of metal around it for those all-important drop tests, right?
Yes.
But if you make it too heavy, then you run into problems with cycling the pistol. We've added too much mass to the slide. Now it doesn't work unless you use plus P ammo and you mess with the recoil spring, and forget that. So it needs to work on, like, I put this on a standard Glock 19 MOS straight out of the box. It has to work 100%. If not, then I should not sell it, right? So this is just to show what we're hoping that we can do and where we are in the prototype stage with the next generation of stuff in the pistol dot world. If you know the Gideon Optics name, that's what you would know from last year. This year we're expanding out. This is the Gideon Advocate. It is a 1X prism, super forgiving eye relief, super forgiving field of view. I can hold my arm all the way out and still see the reticle. It's the etched reticle, so this one's in green. It's a big freaking triangle with a circle around it. It's in your face. It's a bold reticle. It's not fine. It's 1X. I'm going to put this on a 9mm PCC, like this little PTR MP5 clone, and I'm just going to hose. I'm going to go plate.
Now, my question to you is, what is the benefits of using a prism versus like having to use a red dot?
Well, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything, right?
Right.
So the nice thing about the dot is There's no eye relief. There's no eye box. If I can see the dot, even if my PCC is all cattywampus and the dot's up in the corner, I can still take the shot. That's the advantage of that. The disadvantage is the battery dies, your fun dies. You're done for the day, unless you've got co-witness irons or something like that. The disadvantage is that if you have astigmatism like I do, and you don't see dots particularly crisp, my astigmatism is not bad enough. I still shoot pistol dots and stuff, but I have to kind of struggle through it.
Yeah.
This has an adjustable ocular, and it's an etched reticle, so it's going to be crisp and sharp for almost anybody's eyes. So you and I are both wearing glasses. I got astigmatism. I know you've got some eye issues. You can adjust this, and the reticle in here will be wonderfully crisp and sharp. And you can use it if the battery dies. So that's handy.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'll come with this little riser in here. This is going to be sub $250.
I was about to ask that.
Yeah, 220, 230, something in there. And they should be available really soon. They're about to hit the warehouse. They got to go through QC. By the time you guys are seeing this, next week or so, I don't know how long it's going to take you to get these out, but in a couple of days, these should be on the website and ready to go.
So you guys are starting to get into low-powered variable optics, right?
Yeah, so this is a 1 to 10 LPVO called the Guardian, and we've been secretly working on this for a while. Everybody thought we're just pistol dot guys, that's all we do, that's all we're going to do. And wrong, we wanted to expand. Once we had the ability, our little snowball is getting bigger and bigger. Let's get into LPVOs. So this is a 34 millimeter main tube, 28 millimeter objective lens. It's big, it's heavy. Why would I do that? Well, what's the problem with 1 to 10s? They all get tight at 10x, right? You crank it up to 10 power, and now I can't see through it anymore, and I'm fighting with it, and it's awful. So you make the tube bigger, you make the internal glass bigger, and this is more forgiving at 10x than most of the competition that's in its price range. This is going to be about a $400 LPVO. And the value for $400 is off the freaking charts. Even a couple of years ago, if I could have come up with this a couple of years ago, it would have been a $600 or a $650 optic, right? But now in 2024, we could do this, and we can sell them to your average blue-collar dude who wants to compete. It's going to be a $400 LPVO. It's got locking turrets, it's got illumination, got a BDC reticle in here that'll get you out to 600 yards with a M193 55 grain with a 16-inch barrel. I'm super happy with how this turned out. It's a true 1X. The glass is great. This one's been Cerakoted. Yours will come in black. But if you Cerakote yours like this and you paint it, use the air dry stuff. Don't put it in an oven. Electronics don't like that, right? Use the air dry stuff, and the warranty still applies. If something goes wrong with it, you'll get another black one as your replacement, but we won't say, hey, the warranty doesn't count because you Cerakoted your optic. That's a bunch of, I'm not going to do that to you, right? So I love this setup, how it's all black and bronze.
How much does it weigh currently?
It's in the low 20s. I don't have the specs memorized right now, but it's 20 point something,
And what's the goal trying to produce a 1 in 10 at Gideon Optics?
I wanted to go beyond pistol dots, and I wanted to make a 1 to 10 that was more affordable without being crap, frankly.
Right.
Let's be honest. You can get cheap 1 to 10s on Amazon. They're junk, right? So I like 1 to 10s. I like LPVOs. I'm an LPVO kind of guy. I don't think I'm just never going to do a $2,000 LPVO.
Right.
It's not, right? But a $400 one. So for the fans out there of your channel, and I have, this, I have a personal rule about a line in the sand for Gideon Optics products. Would I spend MSRP on this product and put it on my actual gun?
Sure.
If the answer is no, I'm not selling it to anybody else. If I wouldn't put it on my own gun and spend my own money, $400, to put it on one of my own ARs and go shoot stuff at 300, 400 yards, then why am I selling it to anybody else, right? This passes that test with flying colors. It does not, when you look through it, it doesn't look like a $400 LPVO.
I would agree with that, yeah.
That makes me excited.
The one thing that I'm a firm believer in is that everyone should consider, your low end, your mid, and your high end. Because at the end of the day, these are options for different people that have a different budget. For me, I own a Night Armament SR15, and I own a very high-end optic on it, and it's I could do that. But also, I had to consider, you know, there are definitely people out there that can only afford palmettos, arrows, you name it, and they have to try and fit in the price point of what they want to do with it. And at the end of the day, if you can train well with it, I'm meaning if you can train well, and as long as the glass is fine, then you'll be fine. I mean, at the end of the day, good glass along with a decent rifle is like maybe 10% of your skill set, an additional 10% of your skill set. Yeah.
If that. Yeah.
Because I think having really good optics is like a pleasure more than anything. But if you can get to the end of the street from A to B and still able to actually do the job, I don't blame anyone that tries to actually get into this type of stuff.
I always say, you know, I can't really be that much of an optics snob because we could put like a $3,000 Schmidt and Bender on here,
right?
And it's got amazing, you know, like the light transmission is incredible, and it's so clear around the edges of the you know of the field of view and everything. The last thing that the light hits when it leaves this scope before it goes to my eye is this set of $200 scratch to hell eyeglasses,
right? That
I see through everything. So a $3,000 scope seen through my eyes and my eyeglasses is kind of a waste. It's like driving a Ferrari at 55 miles an hour. It's really good at it, but is it that much better than driving a C8 Corvette at 55 miles an hour that I could have gotten at a Chevy dealer?
Right.
You know.
Yeah, totally. So is there anything you want to say over here before we close out?
This guy's awesome. He's the best. He's a pro. Go to GideonOptics.com. This stuff will be for sale very soon. It's good. It doesn't suck. We work hard. Try us out.
Michael, thank you very much again.
Thanks for coming, Dave.
Guys, check out Gideon Optics. Gideon Optics on Instagram.
Gideon Optics on Instagram and GideonOptics.com.
GideonOptics.com. Well, thank you very much, Michael.
Thanks, Dave.
And that's pretty much it from here at SHOT Show 2024. We'll see you guys in the next video.